Was it burner?
Yeah.
Nice.
Really.
Here we go. Casey Cole leaving that start line. Dmitry Brutsky. Again, another way of gaining some ground. Looks like he does lunge to the side. And now into that first outside zone, and now coming that second outside zone. And see, you can see Brutsky, there's a compensation that he's doing here. He's not getting as deep, but he's avoiding the smoke. So is that strategy, or is that just him making a mistake and not getting deeper? But there he goes towards the end. The NOS energy drink vehicle initiated into that inside clip. Let's see where Jaeger is. Overshoots it a little bit. Now into that outside zone one. Jaeger on a tear. Absolutely dominant right now. And Davis taking a shallower line. You can see struggling to hang with Alex. It's that last outside zone. Absolutely dialed.
Dang.
So that was just
really good.
absolute.
So let's check it out.
That might fare well, yeah, because he had that one series before. Here we go into that initiation point, tight to the inside clip. Now outside zone one, both the cars ripping. It looks like Foley there. Great angle, good, great chase job. Now to that final outside zone. Oh, gets into the dirt. Foley thrown up a roost. The roost is on fire and brings it across the finish line. So again, looking at Magmami out front, qualifying 5th, and as you said, that's the 23 Formula Drift Pro Spec champion. The fate sits in his hands and Casey Cole's steering wheel. Here we go. Casey Cole, M-Spec Performance, S-Chassis, initiates. He qualifies higher than Ben Hobson, hence why he's got the lead. Goes in that first outside zone, now to outside zone 2. Big angle from Cole, maxing it out, gets in the dirt, comes unbound and unwound. Get into the dirt, but Ben Hobson keeps the composure, and that's what a potential champion can do. Right there, as Ben Hobson. Whoa, there we go. That was I mean, how Casey held on to that. Josh in that BMW, the white car, running down and initiate 3-2-1 cone. Good early initiation into the inside clip. Oh, Cole Richards exploding that front bumper. Holy cow. Coming into the second outside zone. Cole Richards really aggressive here against Josh Love. It's the most aggressive I've seen Cole Richards, and that might pay off. Yeah. Wow, Cole Richards. He is absolutely on it down the chute. Rudy Hansen initiates. Ben Hobson chase him down. Like I said, smooth as fast, Cole. Into that first outside zone goes Rudy Hansen. Transitioning through. There goes Ben Hobson. Now into that second outside zone goes Rudy Hansen. Rudy, really good. Look at that degree of angle. It's really apparent there. See Ben Hobson down. Ben Hobson into formation. See, and there it is. See, this is what I was talking about. The white pedal commander vehicle. And here we go. Andy Haley out front, now transitions in that inside clip. Haley kind of checking him up, but Hobson, good proximity, going to that second outside zone. And you got to think, been kind of chilling there, or not chilling there because it's warm, but Hobson really making his presence felt, coming in that last outside zone. Haley exceeds a little bit, good proximity. So Haley goes out to in. Hobson kind of stayed shallow. So here we go. Our finals are set. Are you ready to send it? The sun is setting here in Utah. Ben Hobson, your champ, versus Cole Richards, your rookie of the year. Hobson out front, qualifies 9th. Richards qualifying 27th, going to the first inside clip, past the inside clip, to the first outside zone, touch and go. Ben Hobson fills all of it. Cole Richards surges in attack. We got contact with that second outside zone. Ben Hobson flirting with the edge of the course, throws up some gravel, maybe nudged a little bit by Cole Richards. That last outside zone goes Ben Hobson. You can see him swirly down into and out of the gravel. So some contact there. Ben Hobson gets the win. Ben Hobson gets the win and advances on. He's going to the finals. Initiation, Christoph Blush. We haven't seen him for a few rounds. Let's see if he shook off those cobwebs or shook off that carbon Kevlar off that front. No, he does. Ooh, and look at that loss of angle. And there goes Christoph into the side. Christoph goes into the dirt. Let's see a different angle there. Obviously an exciting angle. We want to see the two serum as Beecham. Wow, right there on that course edge. Odibakshi's here in the field suspension S15. The second one more time. They had one battle. They had another battle. This is the third battle. They are going against each other. Odibakshi's Vaughn Gittin Jr. in that first outside zone. Not leaving anything for discussion. Here we go. Odie Bashi, don't leave in the judge's hands. Odie Bashi settled. Vaughn Gittin Jr. You can see him going to that final outside zone. Woo! 16 cylinder just banging away into that outside zone. Jacob, I see you plugging your ears like you said. That Odie's 86. Go, Jeff Jones initiates. Jonathan Castro right there immediately to the side of him. Jeff Jones taking out that inside clip into this first outside zone. Castro, not as much angle, didn't get all the way out there. Maybe a little scared, a little bit timid after exploding that inside clip. Jeff Jones in front of him. Second outside zone, now going to third outside zone. Castro a little bit maybe early on that transition. Has great proximity, but you can see it kind of coming out of angle a little bit. The higher speed track. Tired and everything else. no offense to other projects and people I work with, but Forrest Wayne goes across the nose with a Manji entry, but Forsberg not phased. So again, that's something that the spotter needs to tell him and inform him. Now Forrest Wayne in that second outside zone. Forrest way off course, digging deep, but that again, that does allow Chris with that proximity into that last outside zone. Now there goes Forrest in that last outside zone. Forsberg right there on the door of that Yellow Speed Racing S chassis. Diego Higa, his car was absent on driver introduction, so you wonder if his car is 100% like Beecham is finding all that HP past that inside clip into the outside zone. Looks like Beecham's right there. Here comes Diego, really quick, a twitch there by Beecham in the second outside zone. Diego has to back off. How much is that going to disrupt Higa into the last outside zone? Beecham filling all of it. Diego got great proximity. Lights extinguished through that start chicane. And we got a clean start. Here we go. Ryan Turk coming now, initiating. 3-2-1 cone. Frederick Oswald right there to the side of his Toyota and Rockstar teammate. Looks like Ryan Turk loses a little bit of angle there. Frederick Oswald has to drop in and drop back. Second outside zone, riding the course edge are both the drivers. Could barely see Frederick Oswald as he just darts outside of that Nitto Tire smoke, and Ryan Turk a little disrupted there in that third outside zone. New NOS energy drink, Nissan Z, and Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, Borla exhaust, lean, holy cow! Look at that angle from Chris Forsberg. I've never seen anything like it. He took a way shallow line. We gotta run that back, but here comes Matt Field. Looks like he is getting out of sorts here. Chris Forsberg into that last outside zone. That was an absolutely wild initiation.
Crazy things happen, but you remember the tides turned last year at this event.
Yes, it did. Here we go. Simon Olsen out front. Chelsea Denofa in the chase position. Simon Olsen is absolutely hitting it right now. Our number 2 qualifier, massive angle. Can Denofa keep up with that? Gets that strip. Denofa. Again, car gets disrupted, but Simon Olsen, you can see that field suspension just sucking to the ground, hitting that 3-wheel motion with Chelsea Denofa in the chase position, but Olsen fills all that second outside zone. That supercharged, Vortex Supercharged LS, getting all the way to that outside zone. Denofa, our points leader. I'll tell you what, Field would love to see Radial Tire being chased down by Ryan Turk, the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, going for a win. Neither of these guys with the win, or excuse me, take that back. Matt Field did win in Long Beach. So he'd love another win under his belt. That would build the confidence, that would close the gap between him and Denofa. And of course that win would close it even tighter. Here we go, Matt Field, both of them simultaneously initiating into that inside clip. Ryan Turk just barely hitting it with his yellow, his front left headline into that second outside zone. Ryan Turk gaining some proximity. Field and Turk in this last outside zone, ripping past the fans into the outside zone. Look at Ryan Turk. Almost looked like he was a little deeper, but that hot little hatchback tucking in to that smoke trail. Looking on, here we go, send it! Chelsea Denofa out front, initiated in the front of Matt Field. Big, massive angle there from Chelsea Denofa. Oh, we got contact! Holy cow! Yard sale. And that was a massive hit. To win the championship. You're 1 and 2 here in Utah. Let's send it! Matt Field out front, battered, bruised, sans the bumper into that first inside clip. Matt Field going into that second outside zone. Denofa maybe tempering the flame, dialing it back a little bit, finding the sweet spot. Matt Field has that, let's go what it is, incomplete. Now bringing it on into that final outside zone. Matt Field feeling all of it, but that major mistake